got your back. My brother, my brother, brother, my brother, 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 my brother, brother. My brother, my brother, brother, my brother, 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 my brother, brother. I got your back. You can tell him, I got your back. You my brother, you my brother, you my brother, I got your back. And a brother podcast show. I'm your boy Boy, and I got my brothers with me, E-Money and Chris Jamal.
What's up? What's up?
Yo. Today, want to talk about some things. How y'all fellas doing? Let's do some proper introduction, because we ain't had Chris Jamal in a minute. We ain't been on. E-Money.
Yeah.
Chris Jamal, honors, bro.
Hey, I'm here to stay now, man. Y'all stuck with me every Saturday going forward, man.
That's
9 p.m. Band of Brothers podcast, man. Third member.
See, you got the whole world behind them, boy.
Got the world and my brothers with me, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes, sir. G-Money, what's been going on with you, bro?
What's up, man? What's up, man? You know, just chilling, man. Just trying to take care of the family, you know, taking it one day at a time, being blessed, man. Glad to be here, man. Feels good, man.
Yes, sir.
How about yourself, man? What's going on?
Man, pretty much working, man. My hand pretty much full, man. I got a new grandson that came into the world, so, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
That's dope, man. Congratulations.
I'm
big deal.
See this fella grow. I want to impart as much as I can to him, man, and prayerfully, man, he'll be a soldier for Jehovah. You know what I'm saying? So
there you go.
Say that.
All right, man. All right.
That's
nothing wrong with that, man.
Nothing at all.
Yo, man. We all got a purpose in this world, man. So that's another, soul in this world. They got to figure out his purpose and what God sent him here to do, man. We got work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got a topic for the day, man. And you remind me, I'll tell you why I came up with this topic and why I feel like it's important. Remind me later. But first, I want to ask you guys, based on this topic, your definition and how you feel like it applies to your life. For number one, how would you define success? Success. And if you got anything you want to share, just
success
visually or whatever. But how would you define success?
Success. I mean, first off, it'll have to be balanced, man, because you can find success in every area, in any one area of your life. Most things come to people about money, but for me, it's encompassing everything. So, it's not to neglect money in general as if it's, nothing to be pretty much, focused on like we don't want it or that it's a bad thing to have it. I think it's pretty good to have it, a little bit of it in anyways, to kind of enhance everything else around you. And, pretty much you can spend, time with your family or whatnot. But the use of finances can be enhanced. Now, do I need it? No. But I want to make sure that I have that balance there. So the thing is, for success is that I grow in every area of my life. So with my kids, is being a father, right?
Hey, you're going way deep. Just give me something simple.
Going way deep. Give you something simple, man. You asked, man. You asked.
Yeah,
man.
he did that.
I'm G-Money. I'm G-Money, man. What do you get, man?
G-Money. It's in the name, man.
You count it. That's what I do is I count.
But how would you define
just balance? We'll put it that way. Balance, man.
Balance.
for me, just balance. If I had to put it in one word, balanced.
How would you define it, Chris Jamal?
I like that word balance a lot, man. Because like he said, some people will say, "Oh, money, 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 money." But if you've ever really been through anything in life, then you know for a fact money don't buy you happiness. Now it's a good tool to to counterpart. It's a great counterpart for everything else in life, but definitely it's a minuscule portion of success. You know, it's collective pieces, balance, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna give you just the dictionary's definition of success.
Okay.
The accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Use it in a sentence. There's a thin line between success and failure. So it ain't even that deep, bro. It ain't even that deep. You set an aim, and if you accomplish it, you succeeded.
Yeah, it's well, it's no, bro. It's deep and it's shallow and it's deep. It's both.
How?
You know what I mean?
How's it deep?
Because man, when you think about certain things, and certain aspects, like for instance, just communication with your spouse, effective communication.
Okay.
You know, to a communication journalism scholar, you know, one who has succeeded, maybe got a bachelor's or a master's or whatever in that, it will be simple, right? But if you're dealing with a culture of people or a family of people, a group of people who weren't taught communication or whose family or loved ones didn't know how to pass that down, and now you know, you've gone through it with your spouse and you've been at odds and communication is horrible, and you've been able to overcome that barrier and succeed, and now having effective communication, now your marriage is healing, or you know what I mean? It's saved because you learn how to communicate. If you could attach the love and succeeding in love and understanding of communication, then for some people that's deep. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I see what you're saying, man. I go ahead. I see you setting up a trap already.
I'm not disagreeing with his example. I think that's a good example. I think that the question is like, I mean, the simple part of it is just when you set an aim, and if you make that point that you aim for, you succeeded. That's why.
Yeah, but what if you hit that aim to find out that you really don't want that aim? Like, can you still call it success at that minute?
Wow.
I mean, it most certainly won't feel like success. So is it right to say it's success, or is it something else?
Man,
I mean, you basically hit a goal.
You say I'm trying to set the trap.
I'm just saying. Count the dollars, man. You put money in front of me. I'm counting the dollars, man. I'm counting them. But real talk though, that's interesting talk. You got me thinking because you know, give and take. I get what you're saying, but you know, for a person to reach that goal, it actually, you know, it can one call it success if it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I mean, I can have a goal to go get money, man, but check this out. What is success? Because I can it's 1,000 ways I can go about getting that money. I can go rob somebody, or I can choose to get it the right way. Can I call it success in either way, though? You know?
Jamal said what he said with the communication. Check this out.
Yeah.
Here's where we fall off at. We're not clear at what the point of success really is. We have goals that doesn't.
They're right.
Be clear. Like we'll say, like you say, I want to get money. Like when we were talking about money, I said, what's enough money for you? You said 2.5 mil.
Oh yeah.
Think about it. Is that your goal, or is that something that you just put out there? It's not.
Yeah.
that you really set that goal for yourself. If I make sense, I don't know if I make sense.
No. I got you. I was clear on that. Now I gave you a direct amount.
Yeah. But see, this is where we be missing it at. If we don't set a goal and what we are trying to do or what we put in purpose to do, then we're not gonna know when we're successful in it. I think the distorted view of success is what causes a lot of us to stumble or not know our goals. A lot of people tell us when we're successful or when we're not successful. So, I had to pull up the lyrics to Drake's song "Successful." I'm not going to play the song because, not only is it old, but I'm just going over some of the lyrics.
Why Drake, though? Why Drake? I'm just wondering.
Everybody loves the song. And 9 times out of 10, people would say that Drake is successful.
Yeah. I just want to be successful. I've been practicing my vocals, man. Let me stop.
Man. You just reminded me of the song, man. Because I had to think back. I was like, what song are you talking about?
Yeah, man. That thing like what?
It just rung a bell when you were singing it. So I got it. Yeah.
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 If you listen to the lyrics, it sets a declarative idea or vision of what success is that he painting a picture of. I want the money and the cars.
Cars and the clothes. The hoes, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. Look, he ain't clear on that, though.
Yeah.
He ain't clear on those.
I mean, come on, is that success, though?
Nah, that ain't success for me, man. I mean, yeah, he attained what he wants. Success is deeper, though, man. Success is deeper. It can't. To me, it messes with me to think that it's just that shallow. Everything he spoke about was stuff that's basically material and things outside of himself, but like how he feels inside. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. When you don't have if you don't have a clear point of what success is, then you're not gonna know when you're success. I mean, just going back over them lyrics. I want the money. So if you get the money, that declare that you're successful. If that's the case, if you can get money without setting an aim or a goal, or the money can come before you reach your goal, or you can reach your goal with money. So it's the money.
Yeah, technically, it is.
Money is the success.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Technically, if you're trying to succeed at getting, if your aim is to get money and you get it, you succeeded, right? I mean, if we're going by your literal definition that you read to us, you set an aim and you achieve that. If you hit the target, then you succeeded.
So money, money would be an indicator of what success is.
It would be a version. I think it's a version of success. Depending on one's perspective.
I think it gives momentum. It gives momentum to what you want to gain. So basically, the more money you have, the more it enables you to move either quickly or flexibly. If I can use that, it might not even be a term, but it'll make you more flexible to get to your goal. So or whatever aim. So it increases. If it's an indicator, it is a momentum indicator. Yeah. Meaning that it can increase your momentum. Like, Chris can have $0 to his name. Me being G Money, all right, I can have money behind me. We could both start a business. But the thing is that it'll be easier for me to start my business. Don't mean that I'm gonna be more successful than he is, but if the goal is just to start a business, going back to your clarity point, basically, I would have momentum on my side through the money to be able to jumpstart a business pretty quickly. Especially if we choosing, like, you know, in that thought experience, the same type of business, basically. Let's say something that, you know, is going to call, you know, us to have some inventory. So I think it's an indicator, but I think it's a momentum indicator. I think it's just momentum. I don't, you know, everything Drake said in that, you know, the money can actually get them.
So the money can get the other stuff. So money, he said money and he said, I want the money. Money and
the cars.
Cars are indicator of success.
Yeah.
Cars
definitely.
Is the clothes an indicator of success too?
Yeah. If you're hitting, only because, like you said, by the literal definition, in my opinion, the literal definition was set an aim and achieve it, and now you have succeeded. You succeeded, so it's status symbols in a sense. I don't even like that phrase for it, but it shows that progress is being made one way or another, whether it be negative or positive.
Wow,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So something's being done right to where these things are being acquired.
I like what y'all saying. I like what y'all saying.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. Are we really aiming to be successful? Is the desire, if these things are indicators of success, then is success what we really want in our lives as men? Or do we really want success?
I'll let G Money go first.
You know, well, going back to the point before, you know, old DuBois setting this trap up, man. I tell you, setting this trap up. Chris, you gotta watch these things, man. You gotta watch these type of things, man. But you made a smart move. Gonna let me walk first. I know my way around.
I just don't want to be the rebel.
You good. Yeah. Me personally, man, you know, he asked. I gotta go deep. Yeah.
Go deep, bro.
All right, so if I attain that stuff, like if I can have all the women in the world, it'll surely come to a point, man, where I'll still feel the void, basically. Almost as if I feel lonely, because the type of women that attract to me through the money are just basically material enhanced. Basically, he didn't say he wanted money, he said he wanted hoes. All right. So they ain't gonna stick around. You know what I'm saying? So, well, they'll stick around as long as you're feeding them, but they ain't feeding you. It just something deep inside, man, that if I had all that with no type of balance and basically sharing it with the people that cared and loved me before I got that money, it just seemed like it won't be basically worth it, man. You know, it's a blessing that I'm married now. So if I ever, you know, was to attain a great amount of money, I mean, I don't have to worry about that my wife doesn't love me, you know what I'm saying? Or basically that we haven't built the foundation in which, you know, that's basically can drive the success of the marriage that we're in. And that's just one aspect. But but as a man, you know, success to me basically is I'll put it like this. I'll say this. Success to me is basically pinpoint not just on my success, but what I can do for others to reach the same result. So it's good for me to have a great and wonderful marriage, but it's even better for me to partake to someone to help them to have the same thing. So be it. So it's looking outside of yourself, and actually everything around you comes up, not just you, but everything around you comes up. An apple tree ain't successful unless it grow enough apples to feed people.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, apple tree don't bear no fruit. It ain't a successful tree as any tree. You know, it's only as you give. But now I'm gonna hit you with a trap. Now, let me hit you with this. Now, let's go with Drake. Let's go with Drake.
Go ahead and write this down.
What's that?
Apple tree ain't successful unless it do what?
Yeah. Unless it bear fruit. Unless it bear fruit. Matter of fact, you know, if I'm an apple tree and come time for harvest and I only have one apple on my tree, something went wrong. But it's only so much as I give. Now let's take Drake now, because you look at Drake being successful. We might not like what he giving as far as the type of music, but there is a crowd of people out there that want it. And we probably wanted it because it's an old song. So we were probably in a different walk of life back then. So, you know, it probably was a product that we wanted it. But he basically gave a product through his first album up to that point that actually, you know, brought on the success for him.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
into that right now, music industry.
You know, you have to give, man. You have to give.
All right, Chris, what you got, bro? What you got, bro?
So the question was, do I want that stuff for success? Do I want that? If that's what success is, do I want it? So I definitely want the money.
Okay.
Right? Definitely want the money. Definitely can appreciate some reliable vehicles and transportation. Right? So the kids can get around, the missus can get around, I can get around. The clothes, I like to look good. Definitely like to look good. Like to dress nice.
I like that hat too, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Cole Fogger. I got you, man, but you got on my hat, though. You got on my hat.
It matched these sneakers. It matched these sneakers.
For the record, I fell with my team. I'm a true fan. I ain't no bandwagon. Hey, I fell with my team. My team terrible. They stink. And I'll put on the brown paper bag, but good Corona, the pandemic, I can just stay home and watch them on TV. I ain't got to show my face. Ain't got to show my face, man.
The Cowboys.
So, by the way, I just want to say that I like your hat. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. But the hoes now, man, look good on the hoes, man. Yeah. It's a waste of time and energy, money.
It's a waste of time and energy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like for what? Instant gratification? For what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Success to me is going to be leaving a legacy, and that's going to involve property, in my opinion. I need to be able to leave some property so we can start creating some generational wealth, which is something that collectively the black families aren't, you know, we're not so great at. You know, we haven't been, obviously with you know, with respect to our history and things we've been through, you know, as a people, we've kind of been hindered in a sense. But success for me is going to be leaving my kids with knowledge, you know, passing knowledge, and like G Money said, what's around me. It's not just about me, but how am I being absorbed by those who are interacting with me and around me? You know what I mean? How's my lady, my wife? How does she take me? My kids, what are they receiving from me? How am I watering them? You know, with the help of God, of course. But yeah, success is going to be a legacy. I want to be able to leave a house into a nice account when they get of age, teaching them about credit, how to manage their money, how to stay level-headed, you know, how to walk in peace and love, but also how to be cautious and aware of their surroundings, and, you know, just teaching them about this game of life, so to speak, and surviving it at the highest level. That's going to be success for me.
Right. Check it out. It's not a trap, G. It's not a trap. We've been taught to dream. We've been taught to dream ever since we were kids, little boys. We were taught to dream, and we was taught to dream so far out there that when we strive for that dream, we fall short. We have a sense of failure than a sense of succession. It's crazy. In our culture, in our society, we set because of that. We be taught that by TV. For example, we was taught in so many ways to success was Dr. Hustle. Success was, you see what I'm saying? That's far out there. Not saying that it can't be obtained, or we was set up to think success was creating the cotton gin, or creating the peanut butter, or peanut oil, and you see what I'm saying? We was taught.
Okay.
Our goals was to be so far out there that we have a mentality now of failure because we didn't reach none of those big dreams. Now, what are the goals that were put before us that are attainable? Becoming an NFL player, NBA player. The percentage of all of us having that same dream and really becoming one of those players, I'm not saying it ain't but it's slim.
That deep, indeed. And you know what? Since you say that, man, when it's placed in front of you, man, I love him, man. When you're growing up, especially as a young black man in America who has these goals in front of them, whether it's to be that, and we could throw rappers in there too. Yeah, you really think you gonna make it. You really think like it's gonna be easy. You really think like you the best thing smoking. And not really knowing like the percentage of people fighting for those one jobs.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah, what you're saying.
Not only is like becoming an athlete, it takes years of discipline. It takes years of training. We understand. And there's a percentage of chance that injury gonna play a part of killing that dream. So not only is that your talent and skill level is a factor, but also and percentages of succession is not always fair. Example, me and you can be in the same household, eat the same food, and your development could be faster, stronger, taller, and everything stronger than mine. You see what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with that. Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it also varies from child to child, from different households, because every household doesn't present the same opportunities. For example, if my dad is an NFL player, guess what his heart and passion gonna be? So him raising me up to be an NFL player, even though I might not really care to do it, but because him do it, it's gonna create more of a, this is the shoes I gotta fulfill. But that's another thing. That's another topic. I'm just showing you that a lot of time our success is not the thing that ideal that been presented to us over years. It's really our own mentality. Instead of operating out of success, we operate out of failure because we thinking I didn't reach what I sought out to become because you aim so high with all the risk factors and percentages is against you. I'm gonna prove it to you. Neuroscientists understand that the brain works like this. With small aims, small goals, fulfillment cause you to propel to the next goal. I know it sounds very cliche.
Hold on. Say what you were saying. Say it again, man.
Small goals set for yourself. When you accomplish those small goals, you get your brain get it releases dopamine. So you get
dopamine. Yeah.
Cause you to go further. I mean, when you're working out, if your goal is to reach bench pressing 400 pounds, dude, if you get a 10 pound, 15 pound increase in your lifts because your goal at 400, you're not gonna want to care about that 10 or 15 pound gain that you got. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense. You will feel like I never reached my 400, so I failed. So you won't value the gains that you got.
You won't even value.
But if you say, okay, man, by the end of the month, I'm gonna say 135. Cause me and G were working out. This big dude came in the gym, Chris. Big dude came in the gym, everything. And that joker went and put 135 on the bench and was going like he was doing something. But anyway, I mean, but when you set those goals that are attainable and reachable, you get more of a feeling of success, and it calls you and propel you to go further in creating other goals and doing more things. For example, if you're gonna run a 10-mile marathon or whatever, you're not gonna go out there on the first leg doing the 10 miles. It's not. You have to go in increments to build up till you get there. But every time you run and you fulfill that personal goal that you beat last time, it's such a fulfillment. It causes you to want to run a race again. So, in our mindset, what we set as goals of success, we be deceiving ourselves. Crazy.
What you're talking about, it got the same concept. It's found actually with your team and Bill Belichick, the Patriots. They apply the same thing, but it's really found in Alabama with their program. It's called the process. But what Nick Saban does is he's more, and I know I'm kind of we were talking about athletics, but we're gonna talk about how it works in the setting as far as a team. He's not focused on actually winning the next championship. What he's more interested in is getting the next yard on the very next play. How can I put the right amount of people together to be able to get 5 yards on each play? 5 yards will give you a first down every 2 downs. You know, he's more concerned about the blockers blocking their assignments in front of them rather than the running back actually scoring off of a long drive. If the blockers take care of that up front in that one small little instance, then everything else will come together and work as long as everybody, either like the Patriots say, do your job, or, you know, basically, as Nick Saban says, basically follow the process.
That's a good.
So it's more setting process goals through his book I read rather than setting an actual attainment goal. So you never look at the scoreboard. You look at what's going on the field. If you 8-2, how can I get the next 3 yards? You know what I'm saying? If you break that down, you know, you'll get a first down out of 3 tries. You know, it's interesting, man.
Yeah. So win the 10 yards instead of trying to win 100 yards. So I know it can be boring, man, but I think it got something to it. We're in Black History Month, and right now you see all across our nation that they continue to show us images of what they perceive for us to be success. I'm not saying that those people did not have a purpose and a means of what they did, and they're not important. I'm saying that what do that leave us? Like, you get what I'm saying? Where's Martin Luther King?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you something to the guys out here, to our people, man. Our history way too deep to fit in a month anyway, and that the shortest month in the year. So you know, it just weighs so much to explore, rather than, you know, what comes up in a particular month, and it's a kind of a shame. In a way, people paint it as a good thing, but it really ain't all that great of a thing, man. You know that, you know, it brings awareness. brings awareness, but it should be a small goal. Huh?
You mean having a Black History Month?
Yeah. Yeah. Not saying it's a bad thing, man. It's more of, I would like to see it, you know, basically drive people as a small goal to reach deeper every month into their history. Every month into things that are not going to make it in the mainstream during that month. Martin Luther King, like you say, name is going to be mentioned the whole time. We should know other names that were a big part of that march. Like, you know, matter of fact, I got to do my research too, but there was a guy that was funding all of that, the marches and everything. Martin Luther King, the one paying for that. You know, we should know those guys' names. You know, we should be aware of those guys as well. The businessmen that actually funded it.
I feel you, but I don't want to get into that. I want to talk about success. The one reason why I don't want to get into that, because I want to encourage our men, young and old, to have goals of success. I'm gonna share something with you. You about to say something, Chris? Feel free to jump in.
Oh yeah, I'm listening, man. You know,
good, just floating, man.
I'm flowing. I'm with y'all.
This is bro science. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a degree in anything.
You good, man.
No, I ain't. This is bro science. I want to encourage us to take control of our own destiny, and I want us to have a real fulfillment in our own destiny, and not allow the world to dictate who we are, how we should live, and who are we to become. Because if they do that, they have control over us, and we won't value who we are because we'll always feel that we are beneath the bar that they set for us. And we should set goals for ourselves. I'm going to read this. Actually, I'm going to share it. Y'all got me? Hold on. So check this out, man. Y'all see me, right?
Yeah, we got you.
How to be successful in life. One of the things the dude said that he believed that we all would agree when he say some people spend their entire lives wondering how to be successful in life but never figure it out. Would you be surprised to find out that the secret really comes down to 4 key areas? Well, it does. I don't agree with all of this. He said we have one common goal. Luckily for most of us, personal success is not a matter of background, intelligence, or native ability. It's not our family, friends, or contacts who enable us to do extraordinary things. Instead, the keys to success in life are our ability to get the very best out of ourselves under almost all conditions and circumstances. It is your ability to adapt and change life. Does that make sense? I agree. I agree with that because you know your potential. You set your own goals, and your failures are your failures, and your successes are your successes. When you set the bar for you to aim and what you want to become and what you want to do. All right.
Yeah.
Things to success. All right. Decide exactly what you want and where you want to go. What age do we do that, G?
We do that early in life, man. We do that early in life, but you know what? We don't ever do it because we don't never get exact on it. Yeah, we don't ever do it. We think we did it, but we don't ever do it, man. It's not exact. It's not exact. We don't have everything thought out.
So, number 2, set a deadline and make a plan to get there. Remember, goal is just a dream with a deadline.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree.
because it can be helpful. It can be helpful, man. It can be helpful. A deadline can be helpful.
Okay. What do you think, Chris?
It's not exactly what you want, where you want to go. Set a deadline to make a plan to get there. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline. Take action on your plan to do something every day to move towards your goal. Resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. That you will never ever give up. This formula is your key to success and has worked for almost everyone who has ever tried to require a very most secret goal. I like it, man. I do. I think
we on number 2. You talking about set a deadline to make a plan to get there. What you think?
It's not always necessary to have a deadline.
Okay.
Yeah, some stuff you can't put a deadline on it.
Depending on what the aim is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Depending on what the issue is, or what the concern is, what you're trying to accomplish. All plants don't grow at the same speed.
I'll say this. I think it's more useful to schedule yourself getting to your aim rather than setting the deadline. So I think it's more important for me, if in the case of working out, that if I want to actually obtain a certain body, that I make a schedule to actually go to the gym at a set time rather than have a deadline that I need to have this body by this time. It can help, though. It can help as a motivation fact, but I think it's more important to schedule the time rather than to have a deadline.
Ooh, I like that.
Scheduling the time and setting the deadline.
Kind of, but not sort of, but not exactly, man. Deadline is basically I gotta have this done. But yeah. On a smaller scale, it kind of like putting into play what you were stating about the smaller goals. Scheduling it is kind of like having a smaller deadline in the sense that I get this done at this time, but it makes sure that you basically making progress towards whatever your aim is. But the overall picture, I kind of think you got to be way more flexible with that, or you might disappoint yourself.
So number 3, take action on your plan and do something every day to move toward your goal. Like self-explanatory. Resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed, that you will never ever give up. All right. I disagree with those last 2. Don't really care for them. For one thing, because this is why I think the number one thing that causes us not to succeed is our inability to identify ourselves. And I'll say that when in the line of success, a lot of time we don't know when we're winning, or we don't know when we have won, or we don't call ourselves success because we already saw what success looked like. For example, if you, I remember Lee Haney. Y'all remember Lee Haney? Bodybuilder?
Mm-hmm.
Like this dude, crazy, real big, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you set that goal up for yourself, dude, you already failed. Like, you're not gonna get there unless you do what he do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what he does is not what he did, because he's not that now. But what he did was not the typical everyday person going in the gym and becoming, unless you were willing to do all the illegal stuff. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it make a lot of sense, man. So in the makes a lot of sense.
Man, if I'm gonna set a goal to reward myself with this, you know what I'm saying? This is my goal, to be there at the gym at 6 o'clock, get this workout in. By 7, I'm gone. Everything at the end of that workout, the success level, you're gonna feel like I did what I set out to do, and I'm successful. Yeah. Same thing with fathering. Father, hey, you can't be a father being absent. So when if you're not around your kids, you away from your kids, and they need you, you're gonna feel like a failure. But if you create what it takes for you to be there, and even if you can't touch the situation, just by you being an ear or being able to give advice or being able to show love into your child, you're gonna feel that like, hey, I did what I had to do. Giving money ain't gonna give you that feeling.
Mm-mm.
Feel what I'm saying? Even if it came with giving a solution for your family or whatever, being an advice or a mentor to somebody else, you being able to be available is gonna give you a release of dopamine because you're successful in who you are and what you're doing, if that makes sense. Like, so being successful has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with clothes, has nothing to do with cars, and has nothing to do with hoes. Matter of fact, most of that stuff is gonna cause you not to be successful. Now,
I got you.
Y'all got anything? I got one more thing that we can wrap this thing up, man. Ain't gonna hold it. I got one more thing. Let me ask you this, and I'm big on this. I'm side on this. G said, if a tree is an apple tree and it don't bring forth apples, it's not successful. Why you say that? The reason
why I said that? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I see. I told you wasn't no trap. I told you one.
Go ahead.
Be designed for a purpose and a reason. Just like the apple tree is designed to bring forth fruit. We are designed for a purpose. When you're not lined up and doing or bringing forth what you're designed to bring forth, you're not gonna feel successful. Then if what happens, you're gonna want to take on everything else to try to substitute that emptiness that you feel because you're not successful. And it's just that simple. Now, that's all the way around us. It's in our women, it's in our children, it's in us. Because apples, if they bring forth oranges, even if it's a plenteous amount of oranges, the apple tree is still not successful.
Right.
Watermelon start putting up cabbages, lettuce. You gonna think something wrong. Now, me around me, and I see things that are considered to be called success. To me, I'm not seeing success. I'm seeing apple trees bear forth, bringing forth oranges when they should not be. I should not be seeing oranges.
Yeah.
I mean, man,
Gotcha.
Man, this ain't the topic that, let's focus on being successful. Let's try to set our aim and our goal to be more attainable, that they can come and make us better men or who we're supposed to be and what we're designed to be.
That's right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Let's try to set the things around us that's supposed to be, designed to be, what they're designed to be. Try to make them bring forth what they're supposed to bring forth. Let's do that. Let's
Gotcha, man.
And this is not my idea. This is not my design. This is God's design. He told man to take dominion over the earth. We have failed to do that. But if we do that, guess what? We'll be successful. We'll know that we're successful. We'll feel that. Yeah.
And man, this is good stuff, bro. There's some good stuff, man. By design, basically, and just what I got out of it, just have clarity, man. Like much clarity as you can have. I like what you said about looking at a bodybuilder and wanting the same result, but not sure like exactly how he got that result. He went to taking illegal stuff to get that result. Are you willing to do the same thing?
Exactly.
And not to mention, face the same consequences of those decisions. So I like the clarity part. I'm down with that. Also with the small steps, with the dopamine release.
Hold on, G.
Yeah.
when we look at bodybuilders, we never ask ourselves, is our body supposed to look like that?
Supposed to look like that. You're right. You're right.
Go ahead.
You're right.
You're
right. You're right.
You're
absolutely right. You're right.
What we that's supposed to be the goal. Is that supposed to be a goal that all of us trying to reach?
Yeah, man. It goes to show, man, where those spiritual things are important, man. And it ain't even really get religious, but just spiritual things like health. It's something that basically is a concept in which is kind of like a concept in itself rather than a material thing. But health is important, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right about that. I ain't think about that. We supposed to be looking like that.
I mean, hey, bro, all of our bodies got expiration date. But go ahead, Chris, man, what you got, bro?
Yeah, man. I just think success is peace. It's finding peace, like you said. If you could understand your purpose in whatever fashion or shape, and you could take small bites out of it, and you're happy. Got people around you that love you, that you can love back. Yeah, I think that's success. I think small goals are good. I think that's wise to have small goals and to work at it as you can. I find success in being on here tonight. You know what I mean? Because I've been wanting to do it for so long. You changing it to Saturdays has, put me in a position to where I could successfully be a part of it. You know what I mean? So,
you bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Real talk, man.
I think a lot
Real talk.
is I want to say it like this, man. I think the world gave us this vision of distortion. We don't even really know what we want to be. We don't know who we are. We don't know what we want. The things are around us. We don't really take them to be true. We don't know what true is anymore. But we can change that, man. I appreciate y'all fellas, man. And man, bro, we got brothers out here, man, that really need us, man. They need to hear stuff like this, man. You ain't a failure, bro. You just got to do what you got to do. If you need, you got kids out there, bro, you need to create a relationship with your kids. That don't mean, look, you don't have to be with the mom to be the father. Your seed is the most valuable thing that's in this earth. Your money has its place, but your seed is the most valuable thing that could have ever been produced in your life, in your lifetime. Don't ever forget that. I don't care what your kid doing, where they came from, who you had it with. That's your seed, most valuable thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing that you was able to produce in your likeness. Comes from the party. You couldn't do it by yourself, and a woman couldn't do it by herself. Don't let her define you. Oh, God can. Yo, that's the show for tonight, bro. Thank you. With the Banner Brother podcast show, you're here to encourage,
yes, sir,
inspire you to be that man. Appreciate you, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Love y'all, man. Peace and love, man. Blessings. Hey, man. All the way up. It's up there. It's stuck there.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
That's the show for the night.
Good topic.
No.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.